Yeah, this is my work beater car. It's a 1990 Honda Prelude. It's got 250,000 miles on it. And I've taken the passenger seat out the day I got it just so I can put more tools and crap in there. And what I'm going to do today is replace the timing belt, water pump, and clutch master cylinder. Yeah, what you do on this is pull one front wheel off, put a jack stand under it, and what I do is pull just some of the screws out of this cover so I can get to the harmonic balancer. And then you can put a jack under the engine and pull this one motor mount out. Yeah, this definitely isn't a big block Chevy, but it does get good gas mileage. Here's the timing belt. I normally replace it every 100,000 miles. Some manufacturers will tell you 60 to 90,000, but if you do it every 100,000 miles, you'll be okay. This car's got, I think it's got about 98,000 miles on it right now since the last time I replaced it. This car, I put 100,000 miles on it since I've owned it. Now, I think I've only changed the oil about 4 times. My last one of these cars I had, it blew up when it had 343,000 miles on it, and I put, I think, 172,000 miles on it. I only changed the oil 2 times. Now these Hondas, they can really take a beating. Normally, to take this harmonic balancer bolt out, I have to use a 3/4 or 1 inch impact, but this one came out easy because I've had it out before. But on a car that's never been done, they're very tight. Hey, before you pull the belt off, you want to line the 2 marks up and the mark down there on the crankshaft sprocket. And with a dual overhead cam engine, you use this tool made by Lyle. It locks the 2 camshafts together before you pull the belt off, and it makes it easier to put it back on. This is what it looks like when the tool's on there, and this saves a lot of time and makes it a lot easier to do this. And another thing, these auto parts stores always try to sell you this belt tensioner. I've done probably 500 of these, and only 2 times have I ever had to replace that tensioner. So now all I got to do is replace the water pump, and I'm ready to put the new belt back on. Another thing you should always do is compare the new belt with the old belt, because I've had a lot of times that have given me the wrong belt. Okay, to tension the belt, all you do is turn the engine counterclockwise a little bit and tighten that one bolt down on the center of the tensioner. So I've already got it all in there now. Okay, I got it all back together, so now I'm going to replace the clutch master cylinder. It's been leaking for a while. Yeah, for some reason with this car, I always have a real hard time bleeding the clutch. I did it a whole bunch the regular way, and it just still would not work. Then I had to use this brake bleeder on it. Now it works. Okay, the clutch master cylinder's done. Now I'm going to try to fix the air conditioning. I have this other air conditioning compressor. This has a goofy air conditioning system on it. It has a sensor here on it. And if it senses that the air conditioning compressor is going slower than the crankshaft speed, it shuts it off. See, when you turn it on, it goes on for a second and shuts right off. And I think the sensor's bad on the one that's on there. So I'm going to try and test that or replace it or something. And this air conditioning on this car also has a control box under the passenger side of the dash. I've also tried replacing that with a couple different ones from the junkyard, and it still doesn't work. So I'm sure this compressor, there's something wrong here. Okay, I just got that other air conditioning compressor on it. Now I'm just evacuating it, and then I'm going to charge it. Hopefully everything works right this time.